very informal, Mason. All right, folks. T-Texas Tony Turnstile bringing you some Thursday night Seguin River Monster TCL baseball. The old Victoria Generals in town. Arch rivals? I don't know. We'll see. Could be a good game. Got Mason Lusk. Did I say that right, buddy?
Yes, sir.
All right. Oh, we do have a camera issue. Center field's frozen. It's OBS. Okay, well, we'll reset OBS. OBS is... Maybe the broadcast goes down for a few minutes here, folks. We'll see what happens. We're going to switch it around. There's that. There we go. We get it back. Look at that. Luis Solis, producer, will do some shout-outs here. Mason, tell everybody a little bit about yourself. You popped into the booth no less than 15 minutes ago and said, "Hi, Mason Lusk. I work here now. I'm one of the interns hired, but you're a broadcast student, correct?"
Yes, sir, I am.
All right.
I'm at Texas State. I'm going to be a senior in the fall, and I hope I can do this as my career.
That is awesome. I'm certain of one thing. You will be better than I am. We are happy to have all the help. Anybody who comes and helps the Seguin River Monsters, I know you're going to do some PA stuff.
Yes, sir.
But if you want to jump on and call some, I always try to give everybody that opportunity.
Thank you.
Nothing wrong with calling a baseball game. Before we go into starting lineups and this and that, we'll just talk about the Stars season thus far. And even before we do that, we're going to take a trip down memory lane. You weren't here for this, Mr. Lusk, but I ran out of pages of my scorebook, and I was looking for, let's just hope there's one page that isn't used, because it really helps call a game if I can go back and tell you what happened in the third inning.
Mm-hmm.
So not keeping a book just does not work for me calling a ball game. And there was no pages, but there was one game that was a rainout, and it was legendary in the lore of the Seguin River Monsters. It was called the Ryan Calvert Show. So one of our starting pitchers last year actually got called up to the Northwood League because he was so good. But we rained out between the top of the third and the bottom of the third. We're just waiting, thunderstorms. Calvert comes up the booth, grabs the mic, and just starts freestyling. He has a band called ABC, which stands for All Balls, No Chain. It was awesome. Follow him on Instagram, Ryan Calvert, if you're out there. Somewhere on the 3BGB channel on YouTube, the Ryan Calvert game still exists, and it's just like 30 minutes of him singing songs and lip syncing and just cracking up all the other players and cracking up the booth. This is a legendary performance.
That's incredible.
Yeah, it was awesome. Ryan Calvert, wherever you are, we are thinking about you because I'm using that page because that game never got finished and I needed 2 pages to score. As it is, the Victoria Generals are in town to visit the Stars, who are right now sitting at 4-7. And what I would say is I love Tommy Lasorda. I'm not a Dodgers fan, but I love Tommy Lasorda. Tommy Lasorda would tell everybody, he'd tell you all game, he'd tell you before the season, tell you spring training, he'd tell you all season, never without fail. He said, you just got to believe. You just got to believe. And we're 4-7 right now. We actually started out last season 4-14. Can you believe that, Mason?
4-14?
We started 4-14.
Wow.
We were champs.
That's crazy.
We were champs.
How did that happen?
The playoff schedule was such that if you are first and second in the first half, you're in the playoffs, and if you're first and second in the second half. So we had a terrible first half, but we got into the playoffs in the second half with a much better record, and then got hot in the playoffs, and the miracle happened.
That's incredible.
It was an incredible season.
Wow.
So 4-7 doesn't sound too hot. It's the worst record in the league presently, but we were far worse last year.
A lot of season left.
Yeah, a lot of season left. If you look at point streak and look at the numbers for the TCL, it's not a pretty picture. All right, it's not a pretty picture. Our run differential is brutal. Our on-base percentage is brutal. Yeah, it's like a -32 run differential, like worst batting average in the league, essentially, worst earned run average. All the numbers would tell you. But I don't think that's who this team is. Because, tell me if I'm wrong, Mason, you do not have to be batting .500 with 30 homers and winning hit.
It's true.
You can be batting 0-91 and still drill one up the middle that scores a guy from second, and that wins the game.
Yep.
And
A win's a win.
A win is a win, and you never write out a Tony Perez team. Finest coach you'll ever meet, and he kept those dudes even after a 4-14 start believing last year, and sure enough, that was just contagious, and the dudes never gave up, and they got hot, and a lot of teams, 4-14, you just say, summer ball, whatever. Not these guys. So, not a pretty picture right now, but we got Ryan Beard on the bump tonight out of UTSA. Absolutely outstanding pitcher. Got the Generals in town. Should be a good night of baseball. And now we'll hit up some lineups. Then I'll do my shout-outs. Let's see here. Visiting for those dirty Victoria Generals. No, Generals, good organization. They got a good head coach down there. Good ball club. You got leading off playing center field, number 6, Damian Whitfield out of Atlanta, goes to Cisco College. Batting in the 2-hole, playing shortstop, one of the league leaders out of University of Houston, Anthony Avalos. Batting third, playing right field, also out of University of Houston, Cameron Nickens. Batting in the 4-hole, returning Victoria General, third baseman, number 9, Riley Bender. Batting in the 5th hole, playing left field out of Temple Junior College, out of Waco, number 2, Jake Weaver. Batting in the 6th hole, playing first base, a UTSA Roadrunner, number 17, Mark Henning. Batting 7th and catching tonight out of Camoy, if I'm saying that right, Camoy, Puerto Rico, going to University of Houston Victoria, number 56, Hal Perez. Batting 8th, the designated hitter tonight, number 10, James Benjamin. He goes to San Jacinto Junior College. He's out of Katy, Texas. Batting the 9-hole. Batting in the 9-hole for the Victoria Generals, Ryan Beatty, and I don't know where Beatty's position is. Beatty is playing second base. So second baseman Beatty batting the 9-hole. He's out of Weatherford College. I can tell you all about Weatherford. Practice law in that place. Used to do the jail run. If you had a misdemeanor, I'd see you every once in a while. And even when I thought I could beat the case, Mason, I say, man, let's take it to trial. That doggone district attorney would just keep making those deals sweeter and sweeter. He goes, tell him I'll let him out today if he takes a plea. And then I got to go back and tell him, dude, you can beat this case with the DA because you got to tell your client everything. They can't keep secrets.
Yeah.
It's like, I know you robbed the 7-Eleven, but they'll let you out today with probation if you take the plea.
Take the deal.
That's what they always did. You could never get them to go to trial. Anyway, that's my Weatherford story. I got Weatherford stories, but they got some good baseball at Weatherford Junior College, old Parker County. On the bump tonight from University of Houston, out of University of Houston, from Fortuna, California, number 21, I believe, Merrick Sears. Yep, 21. So that's the pitcher there for your Victoria Generals. Now, for your defending champions.
And now let's meet the starting lineup for your defending TCL champion, Seguin River Monster.
Let's just turn up the mic and just let.
Batting first, playing center field from the University of Oklahoma, number 24, Dakota Howard.
So Dakota Howard.
Batting second, a designated.
Well, I'll just wait for Jeremy to get done.
Texas State University, number 35, Rashawn Galloway. Batting third, playing right field from the University of Texas RGV, number 1, Evan Jenner. Batting fourth, playing left field from Walter College, number 40, Patrick McClellan. Batting fifth at first base from Amarillo College, number 15, David Williams. Batting sixth, playing third base from Texas Lutheran University, number 22, Xavier Mayos. Batting seventh at second base from the University of Texas RGV, number 16, Orlando Santiago. Batting eighth at catcher from McLennan Community College, number 9, Joey Ruiz.
All right, we got to get ready for national anthem time, folks.
Community College, number 29, Juan Rivera. And joining the River Monsters on the field is the Seguin 9U All-Stars. And at the mound for the River Monsters from the University of Texas, San Antonio, number 99, Ryan Beard. Head coach Tony Perez, pitching coach Kelly Coburn, and assistant coach Moses Molina. And now we ask that you please rise for the playing of tonight's national anthem.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming. And the rugged red the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Let's play ball. And let's hear it again for the Seguin 9U All-Stars.
All right. Oh, that's Leon Rhymes. That's a good one. All right. Let's go defensively instead of through lineups here. Ryan Beard's on the bump tonight. Let me tell you what, it's Thirsty Thursday at Smokey Joe. If you're looking to get blitzed on a Thursday night, that might be your good chance because he can blow it right by you. The beer batter goes down, I got a discount on a brewski. That's how Thirsty Thursday works. And Ryan Beard, let me tell you what, that dude can pitch. That's just that's my unofficial plug for Thirsty Thursday. I get down on Smokey Joe. But behind the plate tonight is Joey Ruiz. First base is going to be David De Hoyos. Around the horn, playing second, it's going to be Orlando Semeniego. Playing shortstop is going to be Juan Rivera. At third tonight is the man of steel, Xavier Arias. In the outfield, you got Patrick McClellan in left, Dakota Howard in center, and Evan Janner out in right. DHing tonight is going to be the man who's leading the team in all the offensive categories, Rashawn Galloway.
Yeah, he's a stud. Texas State Bobcat.
Texas State Bobcat, and he's having himself a heck of a summer. And the way summer ball works is we weren't going to have him all summer, but I just found out today we are going to get him for July. So
That's awesome.
It was going to be just June, but nice to have that bat stick around all summer long.
Yeah, he's good.
Guy can play. He's a heck of a catcher, and the first game he played at first base, he made some amazing defensive plays over there.
That's what you love to hear.
Galloway's a good one, and we're about to get underway.
Seguin, it's showtime. If you want to see our River Monsters win this game tonight, make some noise.
And we do. Close distance. And this is going to be Mr. Damian Whitfield, who I think was also
And
in the
leading
league
off
last
the
year
Generals,
with
number
Victoria, but I'm
16, Damian Whitfield.
with terrible memory. Whitfield out of Atlanta. And Beard out of the wine. And away we go.
This is fast, dude.
Up and away. Ball one. Well, he's keeping an eye on the zone, Mason.
Yeah.
I'm not above griping about umpires. I'm a very shallow.
I like it.
Shallow.
Keep him in check.
Yeah, I'm a trash talk kind of announcer. I tell people I didn't go to broadcast school. I just acquired the equipment
Yeah.
and it got hooked up with Seguin, and I'm having a good old time here living Vin Scully dreams.
I love it.
3-0 goes Beard. Beard had an excellent outing. He gave up no earned runs, but we had a bunch of errors. So he ended up, after just 4 innings, it was 5-0. And Beard pitched outstanding. Was it head in most counts? Had great stuff, great command. The score just didn't reflect how good he pitched. 3-1 now. And that's down low. So leadoff walk.
That's about for the Generals, number 8, Anthony Avalos.
Talk about a leadoff walk. I got a random leadoff walk I was reading about today. Game 4, 1988 NLCS, top of the ninth. I got to find that. I think it's John Shelby. This is going to be Anthony Avalos, a shortstop. And that's way inside and gets past Ruiz. So Whitfield moves up on the pass ball. That was game 4. Let's see who that was. We'll find that box score. John Shelby, that's right, center fielder for the Dodgers. Bounces it over to Arias, looks back, and good dig over there by De Hoyos. He's going to call him safe. Did he bobble that? I thought he dug it out before he got there.
I thought he dug it too.
Unless they're saying he was like falling off the bag
the
with
question
the
might be,
dig.
Number 49, Cameron Nickens.
The foot came off there. I'm not sure.
I don't know. Avalos, if your official scorekeeper, which I am not, you can give that a hit or a single or a hit or an error. I'm going to go, I don't know, E5 probably.
I think I'd lean error there too.
You got to make that throw in the chest, right? So this is going to be Mr. Nickens. He's a tall drink of water. What's he listed at? Cameron Nickens, 6'3". I think he's all of that. But John Shelby, top of the ninth, Mets up by 2 runs, have a 2-1 lead in the NLCS. And Gooden walks the leadoff guy. And nobody likes to see that. You don't want to see that when you got a 2-run lead in the ninth.
Yeah.
And up comes Mike Scioscia, who hit all of 3 home runs that season. Not a power hit. Excellent receiver. Scioscia was such a great catcher. Excellent receiver, but, you know. So Gooden and Scioscia is a catcher, so he's just like light years ahead of what the pitch is going to be. He just knows how pitchers think. He knows how catchers think. And he's like, leadoff walk. He thinks I'm taken. We're down by 2. Gooden's, it's jammed over to second. They're going to turn it to Samaniego, and they roll it. Sweet. Nice double play.
Yeah, that was pretty.
Oh. So Nickens with the 6-4-3. Very nice turn by Samaniego. Great feed by Juan Rivera. And now you got 2 down, runner at third with Bender up. The reason you don't walk leadoff people. But anyway, Scioscia mind melding ahead. He goes, Gooden's going to throw me a fastball. I know he is. because he thinks we're down 2. Not hacking here. We got a leadoff walk. Sitting. Oh, pass ball gets away. Could be a play at the plate. Oh, Beard didn't get down there. There might have been a tag play if Beard gets down there. Honestly, that ball didn't get that far away. Nobody home. So the leadoff walk does score. And that's what happened with John Shelby because Socia hit a 2-run dinger. And instead of the Mets going up 3-1, it became a 2-2 series. And the rest is history as the Dodgers took that and then went to the World Series against Oakland. Famous Kirk Gibson home run in Game 1 of that World Series against Oakland. Lined over to Samaniego, but he's going to get in front of it and make the play, and that does it.
And 1 run scored by the Generals.
Do you remember where the home run was hit?
Yeah, he pulled it. He batting lefty, and so he yanked it to right.
He just pulled it over
Yeah.
the right field wall.
Yeah, Socia. I can't remember if Socia was a switch hitter, but I think he was batting lefty against Gooden and yanked it over the fence for a 2-run homer, tied it, and went into extras and won it.
Wow.
And the Dodgers ended up winning all. But that just went back to I always look at Lasorda's stuff when you're down because he was like, you just got to believe.
Yeah.
We'll take a break, folks. We'll be back at the bottom of the first.
10,000 feet. Gotta fly. Get me a ticket. I wanna feel the heat. Fly over the ocean. I take you along. You like a rock man. I live in motion. We land in New York City. 'Cause I love the way she moves. Gotta hold on tight all through the night. Get on to the aeroplane. Oh, that's right. Gonna let you go along. Bring me along for some fun.
All right, Dakota Howard's going to lead off for us. But yeah, leadoff walk did score last inning, and that is just the John Shelby, one of the more memorable leadoff walks. Never like to see that. But as it is, Dakota Howard facing Mr. Merrick Sears out of Fortuna, California. Now look up where Fortuna is. I think it's around the Los Angeles area, but I could be wrong. Where is Fortuna? It's a tiny little hub way in Northern California. Is that right? Holy, that's my old stomping grounds. Fouled off by Dakota Howard. Yeah. If he's from Fortuna, this young man on the mound for Victoria, this lanky lefty, Mr. Sears, on the California coast of Northern California, a very beautiful area right near Eureka, and he gets Howard with a pretty decent left-handed breaking ball there.
Up to bat for Seguin, number 35, Rashawn Galloway.
But that's where I played junior college. It's Northern California. And College of the Redwoods was in Eureka. Here's Rashawn, the natural Galloway. And he's the natural because he's naturally awesome, but I guarantee you this man works hard to be as good as he is. Leading the Stirs, batting about 380 with a bomb. Excellent plate discipline. 1-1.
You know, something else that's funny too is, do you know Austin Strassner?
Strassner, yes, absolutely.
Shortstop. So he's one of my good friends, actually. I grew up with him.
Really?
Yeah, he lives like 5 minutes from my house. I went to high school with him.
I'll be darned. I am an Austin Strassner fan. Guy can play his ball.
Yeah.
And fundamentally, I love his game at shortstop. Just like rounding off ground balls. And
Mm-hmm.
if you look at his numbers, one thing about Strassner, even if he isn't producing a high batting average, he gets on a lot.
Yeah, he's really good at getting on base.
Bounced up the middle. Could be another hit for Galloway. Cut off by the shortstop over to first, and they do get Galloway. It's about the only way you can get Galloway these days, is some kind of circus play.
Number 1, Evan Tanner.
2 down. Tip your cap on that one. That's Anthony Avalos ranging up the middle. This will be the UT RGV Vaquero, Evan Janner. Yeah, Strassner, from what I've seen of him, I do like that man's ball game. Janner, it's good power. I'm still waiting for him to pop one out of Smokey Joe. And good speed for a big guy. Mr. Sears getting ahead. 0-2 now. And swinging bunt. Janner can run. He's safe.
Oh, yeah. You'll just see it.
That's a single. No error on the play. Janner just
Up to bat for
can
Seguin, number
move.
40, Patrick McClellan.
Janner just has powerful legs. I think when you look at him, it doesn't look like it's some kind of Olympic sprinter turnover, but he's covering tons of ground with each step.
Yeah, he got there quick.
Yeah, he's moving. This is McClellan. 1-0 now. Stur's trying to make something happen with 2 outs. Sears checks him, delivers, healthy cut. Mr. McClellan. McClellan, also a Californian. He's way down in San Diego. So these two gentlemen are polar opposites
Yeah,
of California.
it's funny.
Most of Northern California. Oh, there's the old lefty balk move. It's not a balk, but a lot of times the lefty will have the bad move and then the good move. They always show you the bad one first, and then they give you the good one.
Yeah.
Those look like 2 attempts at maybe his better move. Some lefties just don't have a good move. Andy Pettit famously had a great move. Some guys just got it. Janner very well maybe stealing with his speed and 2 outs. Get him to second base anyway. Up and away. But he didn't run on that pitch. It was essentially a pitch out. Stur's been aggressive this year. Brazos Valley, the most aggressive base runners by far, but the Stur's not that far behind as far as hit, run, and stealing. It's off the plate. 3-1. I'll give a rare compliment just after 1 inning. His umpire zone doesn't seem too bad, but it's early. It might get terrible out of it. There goes Janner, and it's ball 4. So 2 outs, runner in scoring position.
Did you by chance call the games last year?
I did.
Did someone named Chance Reisdorf play for the team?
Chance Reisdorf.
He goes to Corpus Christi A&M.
I think Reisdorf was on the team.
That's
I don't know if he was on the opening day roster.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
I also went to high school with that guy too.
Okay, yeah, Chance. I don't know if he was an everyday starter for us, but I do remember Reisdorf, I believe.
Just like a utility guy.
I think so. Oh, shot down the line, but foul.
Almost.
That has scored a couple for De Hoyos.
Oh, yeah.
De Hoyos left the yard on opening day.
Got some power.
He does. It's difficult to get out the left here. You see the prevailing wind kind of goes across from left to right. And you really got to muscle up to clear left field wall. So 0-2 to De Hoyos. Oh, Merrick Sears goes up the ladder with a fastball and gets him. And that ends the threat. 1-0 After 1, we'll take a break. All right. Seems like a good time to talk about thanking sponsors: CMC Steel, Boss's Pizza, Jimmy John's,
Handing up the
North
general
South.
number 2, Jake Weaver.
You got M.E. Plumbing. Thanks to them. Thanks to all the regulars, all the folks out there checking out the game. Also, MILB Hat Billy, the ATG crew, Dutch Chattahoochee, who might be in Australia after his trip to Japan. Nakatomi takes him across the world. The Mo Jorgen, Bonnie, you're out there. Everybody out there, thanks for checking out the broadcast. Here's Beard. Bounces it 1-1 now to Jake Weaver. Number 2 out of Waco, Texas, goes to Temple Junior College, playing left field tonight. Beard, good velocity, good stuff all around. He is in the transfer portal. We discovered that in game. So UTSA is losing some big parts. Shortstop Matt King transferred out to California, I believe. I can't remember what program. Or was he going to Arizona State, maybe? That's what he transferred to. It's a big time program. Can't blame the guy. But King can play. And Beard's in the transfer portal. But they got hit pretty hard this year. 2-2 now. Oh, and he gets him with a nasty slider. Out comes Ruiz, makes the throw down. 1 down, Stirs.
Beautiful.
Up to bat for the Generals, number 17.
Good pitch. Get him to chase right there.
Yeah, that was.
Go down with the break and stuff. This will be Henning. And pitching psychology is interesting. They have all the metrics now. They talk about drops in a breaking ball, this Beard. They talk about, 3 times through the lineup really starts working to your disadvantage, and no starting pitchers are going that long anymore, and this and that. But I found that, and this may or may not be true, but for starting pitchers, the first time through, the mix is different. A lot of times they won't even show you one of their pitchers. The second time through, like if they were curveballing you to death in the first round through the roundup, all of a sudden you're just getting fastballs on the hands and you keep waiting to see that curve and it doesn't come.
Mm-hmm.
And then maybe third time through the lineup is like, well, now I'm working in the sinker and change. A lot of times guys will go full repertoire, but the pitch psychology is usually a mixed bag.
That makes sense.
On what these starting pitchers will do to try to get deeper into the lineup.
Yeah.
3-1 now to Mark Henning. Bounced over to Semeniego, who stays down on it as it hits the lip. 2 down. The ball was bouncing and they just hit the edge of the grass and went perfect roll.
Goes back to the Generals, number 56, Al Perez.
Good job staying down there. It's a catcher, Hal Perez, out of Camoy, Puerto Rico. Holds up on a nasty Beard slider. They say no, he didn't. Puerto Rico, place I'd like to retire to someday, mainly for the surfing and the baseball. Oh, inside. And if you're wondering, I have researched the coastline for surfing. It's the northwest coastline. And I forget the Puerto Rican Winter League team that's nearest to that, but I was like, that's where I would have to live. Favorable legislation for cryptocurrency and the rest. Nice breaking ball from Beard.
You big surfing guy?
No, I actually like to skateboard, but I think if I lived near the coast, that would have to be the outlet.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. It's your only choice, kind of.
Yeah, if you're in Puerto Rico, you're going to be at the beach a lot. You might
Yeah.
as well learn that. We can only go to so many baseball games. It's an island of baseball. So
Yeah.
many great players out of there,
Mm-hmm.
to include the great Dickie Thon and his legendary mustache. But breaking ball is up to Mr. Perez as we have our Puerto Rico banter. But he's aboard with 2 outs, so hopefully we can stop it there.
What's about for the Generals, number 10, James Benjamin.
James Benjamin, designated hitting tonight, goes to San Jacinto Community College, otherwise referred to by everybody as San Jack. And Beard drops in a breaking ball, 0-1. Beard, I think, was at UTSA for a couple years. Always liked his stuff. And when I saw him, he was getting used a lot as the starter on Tuesday games. That gets away from Mr. Ruiz. Ruiz, the recon, he's new to the Stirs. San Antonio native. One now to James Benjamin out of Katy. Everybody knows Katy. If you drive from here to Houston, it's the first doggone thing you hit, and then you're just in traffic forever.
Yeah. The worst traffic, too.
Katy. It's like you want to get to Katy and turn around. It's like I'm not going to get to the other side of Houston. 1-2.
Yeah.
That's where this young man is from. Heading the counts, Beard. Got a good turnout on Thursday. Who is the beer batter anyway? We're almost through the lineup.
Hey, Scotty, who's the beer batter? They nixed it already.
Oh, doggone.
Oh.
Absolute firewood into foul. Xavier Arias
Wow.
runs it down. Runs it down.
Talk about hustle.
Arias can do it all. He's very useful in the fact that he can play just about anywhere. Good hitter and a great clubhouse guy. So a great player and brings everybody up. Nice play, Xavier Arias, and that'll do it. We'll go to bottom of 2.
Thank you, CMC Steel.
Merrick Sears back on the bump. The man who made the great play to end last inning, Merrick Sears. Or rather, Xavier Arias facing Merrick Sears. Sears, big lefty. Nice swing, Xavier. He fouls it off. Mr. Sears forewent the old Golden Valley Conference in the College of the Redwoods. I can't imagine, for the University of Houston. Houston's a fine town. But I can only imagine how great a tall, lanky lefty's windup would be if it wasn't coached out of them. But that's what they do. They make everybody pitch out of the stretch. Fouled off 1-2. The man of steel. Arias, a returning River Monster, a legend last year, as legend only grows. Bounced up the middle, could be trouble. Arias runs pretty well on running, and they drop it, so he's safe. Leadoff man aboard. Leadoff man aboard right there. Just down. I'm giving Arias a hit because I'm a homer like
For the River
that.
Monsters, number
I like that.
16, Orlando Samaniego.
That's what I do.
That's home field advantage right there.
That's home. I'm giving Arias a hit. Swinging bunt, tough play. It's a single. Second baseman right there. It's going to be Ryan Beatty trying to make that play as Sears comes over with a strike to Samaniego. Samaniego's played a great second base tonight. 0-1. Stir's trying to even it up.
This song keeps getting me those.
Oh. Outside corner. 0-2 to Samaniego. Arias can run. Stir's not against a hit and run occasionally. And there's that move. Arias was kind of leaning, but he wasn't leaning going. He was just like, you're coming here. I got to go back. But his body weight was going the other way, but I don't think it was enough that he was going. He tried the good move.
You called it.
Yeah, he's not. I don't think Arias is going anywhere. If I was a left-handed pitcher and I saw him after the first pick move, I'd wait a pitch and then try.
Oh,
So comes with the upstairs heat, and he gets
River
Samaniego.
Monsters, number 9, Joey Ruiz.
Catcher, the new stir, number 9, Joey Ruiz. Out of San Antonio. San Antonio never crosses your mind. Much like the song.
do you know where he goes to college?
He was a new addition, so we were actually kind of looking him up today. I think we have his high school in San Antonio, and that's all we knew. If it was the same Joey Ruiz we were looking at, that was a catcher and utility guy, but I'm not sure. You can't have high school guys. You can't have high school guys on the roster this year. So I'm not sure if he's right out of high school or what his college is, but we'll try to get some more information.
Makes sense.
Mr. Ruiz. Sears misses up and away. The extension fastball, as they call it. See what they might chase. Big hole on the right side, thanks to Xavier on first. And hit very hard, but Ryder Avalos is going to turn it over to Beatty. And doesn't get much easier than that. 6-4-3 by the Generals. And that does it for the Stirs. And we're going to go to the Jimmy John Pizza, top of the third. kind of hear myself. Sometimes it gets up to. I have to turn it up so much that I can hear myself in my headphones, but then it's like blown out of my dog. All right. Top of 3, folks. Moving right along. If you ever come out to Smokey Joe Williams, you can look beyond the right field fence. There are the Himalayas of bark, the Himalayas of chipped wood,
What's going on over there?
which includes the Mount Everest of bark. I don't know. The city like cuts down trees and does landscaping, and they just put everything through that massive chipper,
Huh.
and they just create mountains after mountains. It's amazing. Beard pumps in the heat, but it's low. This is going to be the 9-hole, second baseman Ryan Beatty. I do compliment the Victoria Generals on their sock game. Nice breaking stuff from Beard right there. 2-1 to Beatty with the good socks that good. I'd hike it up like Beatty. Beatty or Beatty? Should have asked. Fouled over, but Janner can run well. Covers that, no problem. F9, 1 down. Back to the top of the order with Damian Whitfield. Leadoff walk, and of course he scored. And that's the difference right now. Coming out of Atlanta. Of course, Georgia Tech. What are the Yellow Jackets say? Good baseball program. Got some top prospects in there. Petey Kraska, Drew Burris, some other studs. I'm surprised they go in the top 5 rounds. But things look good for Georgia Tech. Bounced to Whitfield. I've been through there. We didn't play Georgia Tech, but we were going south of Atlanta to play Georgia State. They were in the Sun Belt, and we got a workout in Georgia Tech's like football or one of their football weight rooms. It was glorious. Bounced. I mean, tough play. That's a tough play. I think he runs that out. I'm gonna give him a single.
Yeah, for sure.
So single for Whitfield on a swing and bunt. Couple swing and bunts. Janner had one, and now Victoria returns a favor. But big Division I athletic facilities are something to behold as to where your tuition dollars are going. It's amazing. That's something I guess I did when I was like younger. You traveled around. You like, I want to take the tour of like University of Michigan or something. It's well worth it to see their athletic facilities. It's mind-boggling.
It is crazy.
I think it's even better than like they just have more money than even NFL franchises. Some of these schools.
That's wild to think about.
It's insane. We got to go the tour. This was like Mickey Mantle World Series. I was like 16. So Georgia Tech's facilities. I just remember like the weight plates is. Whitfield leads off first. Nice breaking stuff from Beard, but it misses outside. 1-1 to Avalos, the shortstop. But the Georgia Tech weights were all personalized. They had like the little yellow jacket like stamped on every plate, and their little logo on every single weight. And I was like, oh man, this is sweet.
Yeah.
There goes Whitfield. Good pitch to throw on, and Ruiz pulls the throw. So Whitfield with a stolen base. And the thing about that is that's going to encourage probably the Generals are going to challenge Ruiz more.
Mm-hmm.
They will run until you can prove that they can't. That's kind of how it goes in the TCL. Fouls it off. 1-2 to Avalos. I think Avalos might be the top of the league in average or near the top.
Do you know what he's hitting?
Top 5. I looked this morning because Galloway is hitting like 380, but Avalos might have been over 400.
Wow. That's insane.
Lewis can check me. I mean, it's only 10 games into the season, but the point streak, batting average leaders, I think Avalos top of the league.
Freshman, too.
Is he? Let's take a look. Avalos. University of Houston on Pearland, so he's not going to college much far. Actually, if you think about where University of Houston is and where Pearland is, everything in Houston is far.
Houston is massive.
It's ridiculous. 0-2 to Avalos. There goes Whitfield again.
Like you said.
They're going to keep testing him.
Yeah.
So you get gunned down. But as a catcher, you know that. So you kind of like get up. You're like, I know this guy's going to go. Just get off a good throw. Once I gun one of them down, I can stop the bleeding.
Yeah. Of course.
So Ruiz is thinking the same thing. He knows they're going to do it. 2-2. You're getting the sign. One down. That was the fly ball from Beatty. Quick move. Oh, and we throw it. Thank goodness Simoniego is so tall. He is tall for a second baseman.
Yeah, that was impressive.
He's a good 6'2". And that goes into center, and Whitfield's on third.
He looked like he could have dunked that baseball.
Yeah, good idea by Beard, but you know, so they K him. Throw down by Ruiz.
Beautiful.
2 down. Nice pitch, Ryan Beard. Ryan Beard, legit D1 stuff. I mean, I think he's a starter in the D1 program somewhere. If he's in the transfer portal and you need arms, he's a 90s guy with good heartbreaking stuff. This is going to be a 3-hole. Cameron Nickens, right fielder tonight. Gets a full hack, but shoots it foul. Ranging over is De Hoyos and Janner, and they give their best effort. A lot of ground and cover for Janner, and turns into a long strike. They say never make the third out of third, so I don't know with 2 outs if you're going to steal Whitfield, but people don't really follow that rule as much as I'd like them to in this league. So maybe if they try it, Ruiz can gun them down and come back to haunt them. Because you're in scoring position, you're going on 2 outs, you're going to score on a single no matter what. That 90 feet shouldn't necessarily make a difference except on pass balls.
Yeah.
So it's not worth the risk, they say.
Probably not. I guess we'll see what they think, though.
Did you get much into the sabermetric nerdery of baseball there, Mason?
I try. I'm probably not as into it as I should be, though. But I do find it fascinating.
If you do, there's a primer on the SABR, which is the Society for American Baseball Research, has a pretty good primer on it. It's like an online class you can take. Oh, and that one does go into center, but he can't go anywhere, backing up Dakota Howard.
You were saying?
But yeah, Society for American Baseball Research has 3 courses now, and I think they're adding a 4th, but on sabermetrics. And it's pretty interesting.
That's fascinating.
And the first one is more of just like a large overview. By the time you get to like the 3rd course, you're like coding and breaking down like databases. But
yeah,
the first one's the one that probably just the casual fan. Nice hit, Ryan Beard.
Scored by the Generals. Hey, a special thank you to the Seguin Music.
So Beard reaches back and gets a nasty breaking ball out of the treasure chest and then hurls it to Ruiz, and that's 2 strikeouts.
Thank you, Seguin
There.
Music.
And that's last year though. It's got Sinceri and Felix. You got to do the 20. Yeah, it's hard to get like point streak's weird. You got to like search the 24 season, but yeah. So Nickens goes down on a filthy breaker. Looking up some stats. We'll take a break. Shortstop Juan Rivera going to lead us off. Rivera, Dodge City Community College. Outstanding offensive numbers. Shows bunt, corners crash, pulls it back for strike one. Not a bad idea. Third baseman's in now. And it's flared over down the line. Long run, and it just falls foul. So that's Weaver out there selling out, just out of reach. Juan Rivera. Juan Rivera to go to Howard. Does the polite on deck move and gives him his bat back. That might be good luck. Merrick Sears.
That gives you a boost.
And it does. It works out. It lines it right back up the middle.
Look at that.
Always pay your respects to the baseball gods. Little things go a long way. And
up to bat for the River Monsters, number 24, Dakota Howard.
the kind teammate gesture rewards everyone. It just stirs single up the middle. Dakota Howard. Cade in the first against Sears. Lefty-lefty matchup. And Sears has been checking on all the runners with his varied moves. That's sort of his short step move. Rivera, good lead. Be surprised if he picks again. Nope. And he goes inside. Pretty good pitch to throw on. The same thing as Perez holds the throw. So stolen base. Stolen base, Juan Rivera. Well, Perez almost carbon copy throw of Ruiz. I don't know if there's like bad holes in footwork. And the catcher's just stepping in and pulling the throw. But it's 1-0. Rivera bluffs. It's fouled over his bender and does a Willie Mays Hayes basket catch.
That was nonchalant.
Dakota Howard can't believe it. He's like, really?
Up to bat for Seguin, number 35, Rashawn Galloway.
So Bender flashes leather on the basket catch, and everybody hates a foul out.
That's his walk-up song at Texas State, too.
Nice. So Rivera and RBI waiting there for Mr. Rashawn Galloway. One and out. Rivera distracting. Swings through off speed, does Galloway. 1-1. Another off-speed pitch. Sears just thought I'd go back to the well. Go back to the well on pulling the string. Galloway bounced one up the middle his first at bat. And there's the inside move. They try to get Rivera, and he was keen to it. So good job, Juan Rivera, attracting attention. But Avalos made a good play on Galloway in the first and got him. One out. I can see a world where Rivera decides to go. I don't think you need to. Galloway being our best hitter. Statistically, anyway. So Kelby Coburn, third base coach, confers with Galloway on what they're thinking. Merrick Sears comes set. Beatty checks, and he goes off speed one more time. And Galloway says, no. I don't think so this time. 2-2. Inside move again. Rivera, that's what you want. That's effectiveness as a base runner. They're focusing on you, not focusing on Galloway. And he gets a fastball, and he hammers it out to the gap. So Rivera's going to tag on Whitfield. And the throw at third. Oh.
Wow, that was a great throw, though.
That was a pretty good throw.
That was impressive.
And I think if they hold the tag, they might have had him because the ball beat him.
And that's about for the River Monsters, number 1, Evan Janner.
So sack fly, 2 down. Janner's up, Rivera at third. That was an excellent throw by Whitfield. Honestly, it looked like he slid and like the tag was between the legs. And he just kind of like rolled over the glove and the ball and it popped out. So here's Janner with a 2-out RBI situation. Nice side here, not wait till the late innings. Challenges him with a fastball in 0-2. Oh, and he serves it in. That's going to score a run.
There we go.
Janner. Bless it all. So Janner with an RBI single. That's a team RBI. Thank you, Rashawn Galloway.
Number 40, Patrick McClellan.
So 1-1 game. Excellent piece of hitting by Evan Janner. Down in the count against a tough lefty. He stays on the ball and puts it into left for an RBI single. Absolutely brilliant hitting from Janner. Everything about that at bat just fundamental. Staying on a good Sears pitch, not pulling off, going the other way, putting it in play. 1-1 ball game. Love to see it. Here's Patrick McClellan. And there's one of Sears' better deceptive moves. Bounce. Oh, is it fair? Foul ball. It bounced over the bag. It then landed foul. 1-1. I think Janner steals here at some point during this at bat. 2 outs. You'd like to have him at second. Not doing any good there. Ooh. So Sears challenges with the fastball 1-2. Get Janner in motion at some point. Of course, you have the left-handed read move to contend with that maybe you don't like to steal on. You go first move. That's what you do. And he gets hung up.
Oh!
Throw it away.
Oh, he's going 3.
Janner. Evan Janner.
Wow.
So Janner steals a base. They throw it into
All right,
left.
Seguin, if you want to see another run scored, make some noise.
You would think no chance. The left fielder's looking right at you, and Janner just gets up and goes. And Pete Rose slides into third. He may be this year's Logan Stockton. Logan Stockton always had a dirty uniform last year, and that's turned into Evan Janner this year. So 2-2 to McClellan. Janner at third. Got to be safe on that play. And he was.
Yeah, that was crazy. I don't know how you pull that off.
I don't know how you do it when a ball goes into left because that's the shortest throw for that outfielder, and he kind of sees it. I'm surprised. I think there's miscommunication on the infield because there were infielders there to catch that, and they just didn't know who was catching it.
Yeah.
Skied Unless he gets caught in the wind, that's probably going to get caught by Nickens. And it
And at the end
is.
of the third inning, the score is tied
But
up.
Janner running like a wild stallion out there.
Hey, fans have
And RBI single by him, it makes it a 1-1 ball game. Go to top four. Oh, here we go. Got some stats for you. You got Morgan, Hank Howard, Rashawn Gowley's at 378, Mullins, and Nickens. Okay, I don't know where I saw Avalos. There he is. RBI. Is that him? Yeah. 12 RBIs. So he's not leading in average, he's leading in RBIs. My mistake. But offensive leader nonetheless. Got some of them in this ballgame. We'll be right back with some more TCL baseball brought to you by CMC Steel. So the Stir's tied up thanks to timely hitting by Evan Janner. It's going to be Riley Bender. Nice breaking stuff from Beard. All right. Kind of hear myself a little bit better now. I had to turn up the gain a little bit. 1-1. Ryan Beard going against Riley Bender. Bender goes to University of Mary Hardin Baylor Football Club. Bender, a repeat general from last year, was also an offensive leader. His count goes 2-1 here in the top of the fourth. Shot out to right. I think this would be playable unless Janner got a bad read on it. He did. Couple steps in. Bender hit it harder than he thought. He's probably going to stop at 2. Could have had 3, but he stops at 2 maybe. Maybe could have had 3. I don't know. Catchable ball.
Number 2, Jake Weaver.
If you take one step, so one step the wrong way, now you got 2 recovery steps to be where you should have been 3 steps ago, and that turns into a double, no error. This is going to be Weaver, the left fielder. And to Bender's credit, he hit that ball incredibly hard. So fooled Janner a little bit, thinking that's not going over my head. That's just a line drive, and it just kept carrying. So, and lined out to left. Is it foul? And it is. So Weaver hits it hard. It's 1-1.
Do you know who has the best record right now in the TCL?
Lewis can answer that. It might be Victoria, and in the Louisiana, it could be the Cane Cutters. But the King. See there. Oh, the Roog are 5-4 over there. Well, Cane Cutters are 6, and 6-5 is the general. So that's what the league looks like.
It's all pretty even so far.
Yeah, 6 wins will get you on top of the league. So 4-7 record. You're
not out
of striking distance, particularly if we can pull it out tonight. This Beard looks in on Weaver, but you can't the two halves help. That's how we had the miracle last year. But you'd like to punch your ticket.
So that's interesting. So can you explain that to me again?
So my understanding was in the first half, after 24 games, you look at the standings, and the best record and the next best record, because we only had one division then.
So was it still 6 teams?
No, we only had 5 teams last year, so there wasn't the Louisiana division. It was the first and second best team records in the first half punched their tickets, and then you waited to see the second half, whoever was first and second, they get into the playoffs. Unless it was one of the same teams, then you move down to see who the next one was.
So it's like a fresh start.
It's basically a fresh start.
I see. Well, that's just perfect.
So Weaver walks, but the thing about it is if you're going to go 4-14, I guess do it in the first half, not the second half.
Yeah.
And if you're going to punch your ticket, as Tony Perez comes out to visit Baird after the Weaver base on balls, if you are going to get hot, I've always think it's better to get hot as you're going into the postseason.
Yeah, for sure.
Don't dominate first half and then roll over in the second half and then expect to find the mojo and just run through the playoffs. Sturs completely turned around. We're a different ball club and just carried that fire into the postseason, and that's how it happened.
That makes sense. They got hot at the right time.
Hot at the right time is a true story, but I don't think you get hot at all if Tony Perez isn't the head coach and just keeps the dudes saying, hey, it ain't over till it's over. You could be a different ball club. You don't have to be a 4-14 team.
Yeah.
So here's Mark Henning, the first baseman. Henning, UTSA Roadrunner.
Hometown guy.
Yep. Pat Hallmark's program out there. They got a lot of good players coming in and out. Transfer portal people are going every which way. But 0-1 for Beard, so these guys know each other, of course. Fastball in. Not that bad a pitch. If Diaz is over there and sticks it, didn't miss by much. 1-1 to Henning. Nobody out first and second. This is why Tony Perez comes out. It is a tipping point in a 1-1 ball game. Nice pitch, Ryan Beard. Based on what Henning does, you get him out or you load it with nobody. Things get away quickly. Man, coming up the stands with 6 beers, stacked. Impressive. 6 Dos Equis. Oh, rolls it over, stays down, does De Hoyos, tries to turn it. That's the right play, but set your feet, make the throw first. He tried to be quick with it because he knew he had to if you were going to turn, but got to make the throw in the chest. So, reach on error.
Man, that's tough.
E3. All right. So hitting aboard on the E3 and bases juiced
Last one was an error.
for Hal Perez. Juan Rivera tried to dig it, flied out to right. Janner's going to get a read on it. He does have a good arm. This could be interesting. He catches it, the tag. Here's the throw. No cut. They got it. Oh!
Incredible!
Janner.
Are you kidding me?
Holy.
I think I just saw a cannon in right field.
That was an unbelievable outfield assist.
Let's hear it one
Wow.
more time for that throw by number 1, Evan Jenner.
That's incredible.
Yeah. Incredible throw, Evan Janner. Absolute howitzer. Howitzer of an arm. It just, I think it speaks to all, and there goes the runner on the first and third, no doubt. Because Weaver went to third, so defensive indifference, not a stolen base. Henning goes to second. And the batter is going to be James Benjamin. But let's talk about that throw.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Nice breaking stuff from Beard, but it misses off the plate. 1-1.
A double play in the weirdest
Double
way.
play. We needed it, and it was down the line, so he tried to get around it, but he didn't fully get around it where he was just full running steam. So he had to kind of like side his crow hop and get off. Just an amazing throw. And from the box, you can see it. And here's the thing about Janner. Janner can hit. Janner can run. So you're darn sure that dude's got a cannon. He's just an all-around athlete. The guy's 210 pounds, total athlete. And when he unleashed that thing, you could see, like, okay, there's no reason to cut that. That's cruising. Oh, it's line, but foul. That's cruising over De Hoyos' head. So he's like, no way, I'm cutting that thing. Let it go. And just dead in the water.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Bender couldn't believe it. Was like, what?
I don't think that could have been a better throw.
On a hop to Ruiz. You gotta go a lot of minor league ball clubs, a lot of professional ball. You're not gonna see you throw as good as that. That is a heck of an outfield assist. Is the off-speed stuff from Beard looks great, but Benjamin lays off. That's a good 1-2 pitch, frankly. So bases loaded, nobody out. And you get that from Janner. See how this game turns out, but put a little star by that play. Bounced foul. Benjamin will do it again. 2-2-2. I mean, that was not shallow. That was halfway up the line. That's good. Good 270, 280 out there. Beard. Nasty.
And that's just how you get out of it.
What can you say? Load him up. Don't get any outs. Load him up. Sack fly. Janner. Oh, my goodness. And the team is there to greet him. Janner, the difference maker right now. He drives in the run, throws out another. And we go to the bottom of 4.
10,000 feet. I gotta fly. Get me a ticket. I wanna feel the heat. Fly over the ocean. I take you along. Like a rocket man. I live in motion. We land in New York City. 'Cause I love the way she moves. Gotta hold on tight all through the night. Get on to the aeroplane. That's right.
Big David De Hoyos out of Amarillo College. David De Hoyos out of Bulverde, Texas. Already produced one heck of a ball player there. Merrick Sears still on the bump. Oh, and 2. Mr. De Hoyos. Lined off of Sears, and that'll be a hit.
Ouch.
Hopefully Sears is okay. De Hoyos got all of that. Wasn't a jam shot or anything, so they're going to check on Sears, I would imagine.
Monsters number 22, Xavier Arias.
He looks unfazed.
At least checking on him. I guess he waved the dugout. I'm fine, but ahead in the count to De Hoyos. And so for being down 2 strikes, De Hoyos starts us off with a single. This comes to Xavier Arias. Xavier I forget the JUCO he went to, but he went to TLU last year, or this season, and had an outstanding season. He's an outstanding player. Rolls it over to third. Bender up on the feed to Beatty, and they turn 2. So I jinxed him. That's my fault. It's 100% my fault.
Ready, Lewis?
He heard you.
So 5-4-3. So Samaniego.
Called the walk-up song, not the
6'2", 180 freshman out of El Paso, also UT RGV Vaquero. I need to get down and check out some UT RGV games because they have a great looking stadium. If you ever see their social media,
I have.
and they play some good baseball. You go down there and don't take that seriously, they'll whoop your little hiney. You got some ball players down there. 0-2 now to Samaniego. And that's a dirty breaking pitch to a lefty. Put whatever stock you might in lefty versus lefty matchups. But that's a difficult 0-2 situation, and that got broke off by Sears. So Samaniego goes down to end the 4th rather quickly, and we're on to the top of the 5th. Let us know if our audio stinks
Time for the Dizzy
or if
Beverage
it's
brought
good.
to you by Syntex Elite Baseball. Let's meet tonight's contestants. What's your name?
Wyatt.
And this little break's brought to you by
Ryan and Andy, are you ready? You're going to
Boston
spin
Music.
around with your head on the bat 10 times. The first person down the Caroline right there is going to win tonight's game.
All right, new pitcher for the Stirs. Okay.
He may have.
All right, now pitching for the River Monsters, Will Gross. Will Gross went to Virginia Commonwealth, which was in the tournament, NCAA tourney. They got eliminated, did not make it to Omaha, but Will Gross out of VCU, lefty on the bump now. All right.
And leading off for the Generals, number 5, Ryan Beatty.
Ryan Beatty. Ryan Beatty out of Waller, Texas. Goes to Weatherford College, one of the JUCO powerhouses here in Texas. Of course, Blinn won the stinking JUCO National Championships. How about that? Good job, Blinn. You ever been out there?
I have. That's College Station, right?
Now, Blinn's in where they got the Bluebell factory. You can take the
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Bluebell
no, I haven't.
ice cream tour. And they also have the Texas, I want to say high school, or the Texas Coaches Baseball Hall of Fame. It's awesome.
That is pretty neat. I know that they're like a powerhouse for JUCO, right? For sports.
Brenham, Texas. It is near College Station, but Brenham, Texas, I recommend if you're anywhere near that or looking for a different route around Houston, take a detour through Brenham, if I can say it. I'm probably not saying it right. But the Bluebell plant has the baseball museum as you come in. So it's 2 for 1 for baseball fans. You get awesome ice cream, and you get to find about all this great Texas baseball.
That's pretty neat.
Like Don Baylor, I think, went to Blinn. I forget all the pros went to Blinn. I took all these pictures. As Beatty fouls it off, 2-2.
When did you go?
That was a couple years ago, I bet. But we definitely ate our share of ice cream. You get like little paper ice cream like ice cream man hats. You get to wear them around with your kids. It's all good stuff. Nice breaking ball
Sounds like a
there.
good time.
Yeah. But I didn't realize, I guess I knew Chuck Knobloch went to Texas A&M, but Chuck Knobloch's dad was a very famous coach in Texas, and he's in the Texas Coaches Hall of Fame for baseball.
Oh, that's cool.
Full count now to Beatty. I remember Baylor. I forget the other legends that were there, but a handful of. So they call that down, I guess, and Beatty's on with a leadoff walk.
That's about for the Generals, number 16, Damian Whitfield.
Flips the center fielder, Damian Whitfield. I mean, we've been talking a little bit about leadoff walks, but what happened last inning was truly improbable. And
yeah, that was wild.
Only possible by the cannon of Evan Janner and right.
Absolute heroics from Janner.
Fastball from Gross is up to Whitfield.
Because realistically, I mean, they should at least be getting a run there. Probably more. Probably 2. They came out with none.
Yeah. Bases loaded, Noah. Oh, my goodness. Inside of Whitfield, your probabilities of getting out of bases loaded no-out jam without a run are minuscule.
Yeah.
Minuscule. I think it's less than 10%. I'm just guessing. But it's low. So 2-0 to Whitfield. Gross having some control issues. Sometimes it's psychological. You just check into a team. You want to show everybody what you got. Might be a little bit of nerves and overthrowing. Just pump strikes in there. Let's see what happens. Got to get out there. Throw strikes. Make him hit it. You never know what will happen. Good defense out there. So Gross on the stretch. Beatty not going anywhere, and he does pump it over. 3-1. Let's keep doing that. Assuming Beatty probably runs okay.
Oh.
Hit pretty hard by Whitfield, but it's not going anywhere. So easy catch for Janner.
And out's an out.
Yep. Sounded good, but I think he got it a little bit off the end.
That's about for Victoria, number 8, Anthony Avalos.
Avalos, top of the league in ribbies with 12.
It's bringing him home.
So Gross gets Whitfield a little bit out in front for 1 down. One thing you will note when you look at the team stats is Victoria is the opposite of Brazos Valley, who just runs wildly. Their head coach Oros not looking to run into outs. So Victoria and steal. That's hit. It may drop unless it hangs up there, and it does for McClellan. So hit hard, but it just didn't dive in after it got over the shortstop. So line out. So 2 fly balls and 2 down.
The ball's finding gloves.
That's right. Just make him hit. There's a right fielder, Cameron Nickens, out of Magnolia, Texas. In on the hands from Will Gross. Fouls it out. Pretty good crowd here on Thirsty Thursday. 0-1. Gross looks at Beatty. Fouled again on his horses, De Hoyos. He might have a play, but it's into the batting cage. Call that the batting cone, the batting tube. I don't know what you call it.
All right, Seguin, one more strike.
used to know.
If you want to see him close it out, make some noise.
0-2. Two. Fouled off. A lot of times in this situation, you send the runner. I'm surprised because it's kind of a win-win. You're going to get a fresh count if he gets thrown out. But you put him in motion anyway. And if it's a ball, unless it's a pitch out, it's going to be a nibble pitch, like a slider in the dirt or something. You're up ahead 0-2. The waste pitch, the breaking ball. So Will Gross.
That was, dare I say, gross?
It was. He was sick right out of the dumpster nasty. And Mr. Nickens not pleased with the call, but as it is, it's a backdoor breaker call for strike 3. After leadoff walk, Gross settles down and gets out of it. We go to bottom of 5. And we're back. Mr. Merrick Sears still going, and that's hit very hard, but right at Avalos. And the catcher, Ruiz, first pitch jumping, absolutely ropes it, but right at the shortstop.
Generals are just looking pristine in the field today. Got to give it to them.
Yep. Defense is one of the Achilles heels we've had early on, and we're thankful it's a 1-1 ball game, but they're not making any mistakes that I can recall other than the slide at third that knocked the ball loose. Oh, they did throw one into the left that Janner took advantage of.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Little kid, I think that was miscommunication on the infielders on who was supposed to make that catch. Typically, it would be Avalos because he's looking right at the first baseman as he crashes in. So I'm not sure why that happened. But here's Rivera. Rivera was the run. He singled, stole a base, and then, hit over to Beatty, who stays down on it for 3-2 down. But Rivera was the run. The Janner single. Back to the top of the lineup. Dakota Laser Beams Howard. I gotta come up with different nicknames. I was working on them, then I lost the fire on nicknames.
What do you have so far?
I got, I'm calling Rashawn Galway the Nature Boy or the Natural. He gets both of those because he's so awesome. And I love Ric Flair.
I like that.
I've been calling Dakota Howard laser beams because he hits laser beams, but also he like doubled a guy off from center. He's got a very good arm for a center fielder. So that's how he's laser beams.
It goes both ways.
Xavier Arias, the Man of Steel, because I think he's a superhero. And Benny the Hitman Hernandez not in the lineup tonight. Breaking ball that's up.
You're creative.
I don't know. I'm just trying to sit down every once in a while and think of something for these dudes.
You're good.
I don't know.
I like it.
2-1. Appreciate that. Flattery will get you everywhere in this world. Don't listen to what they say. Fouled. Everybody running over, crashing. And
Wow.
oh, my gosh, did he make that
He
catch?
did.
Hal Perez selling out.
That was really good.
I've been Dakota Howard, and he's fouled out twice this game, and you just want to take your bat and wrap it around a metal pole and shatter into a million pieces. Because you just stand there watching yourself like, please don't catch it.
Yeah.
Give me another chance at
Yeah.
this at bat.
You can't blame him. You can't blame him for feeling that way.
Oh, man. But he will redeem himself. You got to believe, just like Lasorda said. We go to the top of 6. So here's Bender, Riley Bender, return Victoria General. He's the man who got thrown out by Evan Janner's cannon shot. Oh,
Wow.
Bender barrels that one way back, and it's a one-hopper off the wall, so Bender just hitting doubles. Pretty good throw from McClellan. That sounded as good as it looked, so Bender jumping on the first pitch of Will Gross for a leadoff double.
Left it back for the Generals, number 2, Jake Weaver.
Left fielder Jake Weaver, as this game slides into the late innings as the sun goes down. And before you know it, folks, we are in a 1-1 nail biter. It's anybody's ball game, and now you got go ahead run at second. Sun going down, Smokey Joe sometimes helps our cameras, our janky cameras, the minds of their own. Gross checks, Bender comes, and they're bunting. So Weaver squares early. Makes sense. Nobody out. 1-run ball game. Get runs where you can. Shoots it foul. Is it lefty-lefty here? I like a breaking ball because I feel like it's going to spin foul as you reach for it. They're trying to lay it down. Just break. Oh, my goodness gracious. Well, that's going to move them anyway. As he... It'd be nice if it was a foul ball. He threw it essentially right at him. So Weaver's not bunting anymore. He gets out of the way of that.
1-1.
Yeah, 1-1. I think he just jumped out of the way out of like self-preservation. So infield in, got to do it. Tie ball game. See if you can keep Bender at third. And off the end of the bat, 1-2. Be a big strikeout here if you could get it. Nasty breaking pitch. It's a good 1-2 pitch. Good block by Ruiz to keep Bender at third. 2-2. Weaver tonight walked, stranded at third, and struck out in the second. Will Gross goes with the high heat, just not close enough to trick the eyes to chase. Count goes full. Gross reaches back, gets a fastball, but misses in the same spot. So he walks Weaver.
That's about for the Generals number 17, Mark Inning.
He reached on error, which was, I believe, the ground ball to De Hoyo. So he tried to get the force at second, but threw it in the dirt. So that was Henning's at bat. And somehow we still got out of it. That was in the fourth for Beard. The miraculous. Unbelievable. Shot out. I think it's going to be foul. Long run for McClellan. Long strike to Henning.
You like the effort, though. You tried.
Got to work out those legs in an outfielder.
Yeah, you're not doing too much.
You never know. Your instincts just make you run. You can never tell how close you might get. That's one of those situations, though, where even if you could get there, do you want to catch it? I guess you do, but it scores a run.
Yeah, that's true.
So most situations, they say take the out. It is only the sixth here. So, oh my goodness, so he plunks him. So Henning rightfully doesn't jump out of the way of this breaking ball, and that loads him up. Tony Perez is going to come out and talk to Will Gross, see how you're feeling. He's going to face Hal Perez. Perez was on in the second, but I think he was on a base on balls. Let's see mark it. So we're going to change pitchers. We'll take a little break. All right, we're back at it with Cody Edwards, the tightest of spots.
And up top for the Generals, number 56, Al Perez.
About as tight as a phone booth. Bases loaded, no out. Cody Edwards, San Antonio native out of Midland College. He's going to face Mr. Hal Perez. And he starts him off with a strike.
We're going to need some more River Monster magic.
Take what we can get. The ghost of Smokey Joe Williams, we say, sometimes shows up here and makes crazy things happen.
I love that.
Breaking ball, and he offered. So I guess they're thinking a safety squeeze there. I don't know what Perez was thinking on.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
The pitcher presumably is going to field that and flick to Ruiz, and it's a force play. There's no tag, so it makes it significantly easier as it is. Edwards, oh, wow. Broke his bat.
Sent that one into the road. I can see it rolling.
I thought I was going to hit him. That pitch was so inside. I don't know if getting out of 2 bases loaded, 0 out jams is a tall enough order, but happened once, it can happen again.
Might need to buy a lottery ticket tonight if it does.
Edwards has been good for us this year. I like his stuff. Stick there. That's always the fun of summer ball. I never really tired my aluminum bats, but in Wood Bat Summer League, I was like, man, I try to make that thing look like the George Brett Pine Tar incident bat. As much stick 'em on that thing as I could, just so I thought it looked cool.
Hey, look good, play good, right?
That's right. They say if you look bitching, it adds 10 points to your average. I found that to be true. And that's another reason I always went with the natural grain, so you could see all my pine tar. See how cool a black bat, you can't see it. You know?
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh!
There's one.
Mr. Edwards. He's the ghost of Smokey Joe here.
I think
that
he
was
is.
a big step in the right direction.
That was.
James Benjamin.
One down. James Benjamin. Cody Edwards with a big K right there. Infield's now back. Hopes of a possible double play. Still have Arias in on the cut at third. 1-0. Oh my goodness, Cody Edwards. One now. Cody Edwards finding extra gears. Squares on a safety squeeze attempt. That's a foul ball. Step on the bag. They're saying he's out. What? I don't know what Blue was saying. Ruiz stepped on a bag like, okay, it's live, but now he's saying foul ball. So 0-2, Edwards ahead again. 1-2. That's the second attempt at a bunt with the bases loaded. I'm not so sure about that strategy.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
When you have a force, and the Stirs almost Houdini our ways out of it, but the pass ball scores a run, everybody moves up. But I don't think you should be butting with the bases juiced. It's just, maybe it works, but force should take that thinking away. So 2-2, Bender scores, making it a 2-1 ball game. The count goes full to James Benjamin. Sanjek. Where Benjamin goes. Infield in. Trying to keep it right here. Oh, good pitch. Well, Mr. Edwards goes full again. So So getting out of the bases loaded Jan was too much to ask, but Edwards trying to limit the damage. Hit up the middle. Oh, what a good stop by Samaniego.
Wow.
And he saves a run. Absolutely saves a run.
That was impressive.
Not hit super hard, obviously, or he wouldn't have time to lay out with the infield in, but just getting there. Usually those little squibbers in the hole.
Who made that play?
That was Orlando Samaniego. Gets James Benjamin on the 4-3 for the second out.
Yeah, that was nice.
And this is Beatty with Henning now at third. Because Henning scores walking, really, if that dribbles into the outfield. Because he was off on the movement. Base runner generally taught anything as you're looking at the plate to your left side or the right side of the baseball field as a runner, you automatically go. So he was going to score if Samaniego doesn't make that. And that's a nasty breaking ball from Edwards. 1-2. To Beatty. Talk to Edwards. He's throwing a sinker because he's getting a lot of dudes to top it. 1-2 now. Two down. Hard cutter looked like is up. 2-2 count. Edwards gets what he wants, delivers, and it gets past. So the 3 runs come in. Crowd getting on Ruiz. Tried to backhand that one. So Beatty now full count with nobody on now. And a fastball up and in, and Beatty draws the walk. So the 3 runs, as it is this inning, are charged to Will Gross as his base runners, and Beatty is going to be Edwards' first runner as we go back to the top of the lineup with Damian Whitfield. 2 down, Beatty first, Whitfield up 1-0. Bounce foul again on top of it. 1-1. Beatty was in motion there. I don't really think that was a hit and run. It may have been. Could have been just going and Whitfield swinging. Off the plate, 2-1. But I've alluded before, my philosophy generally with 2 outs, runner on first, you want to get that guy in motion at some point. And the one thing it does, and there he goes, swinging is Merrifield, and in there, Beatty with a stolen base. But taking away the force at second with 2 outs, especially if you think you can steal, is huge because it played for us a few games ago. The shortstop in the 5-6 hole can't make that short throw to force at second when he has the long throw, and it turned into an infield single for us because the force was gone. Otherwise, we'd have been out of the rally. He'd gone the short way to second base. But I like to get that guy in a scoring position if you can, of course. Stating the obvious, but always look for a runner to go. Full count now to Whitfield. No point to be hanging out first 2 outs. Unless you are methodically slow. Doesn't matter. Edwards rings up Merrifield on the outside corner with a reverse K. Third out. There's no Houdini act in the top of the 6th. So the Stars go down 4-1. And we got a little bit of work to do and 4 offensive innings to do it.
Gotta fly. Get me a ticket. I wanna feel the heat. Fly over the ocean. I take you along. Move like a rocket man. I live in motion. We land in New York City. 'Cause I love the way she moves. Gotta hold on tight all through the night. Get on to the aeroplane. Oh, that's right. Gonna let you go it along. Bring me along some fun. Ha! I drive a light and I don't bite. Fly over the Atlantic. Take off for a new city. Somewhere got history. Somewhere real pretty. We're cruising in London, yeah. And I love the way she moves. Gotta hold on tight all through the night. Get on to the aeroplane.
Make it onto the aeroplane.
All right. Here we go now.
Make it on.
Mason, you want to announce a new pitcher?
Sure. Who's pitching?
Oh, okay. Well, it's David Irons.
David Irons.
David Irons.
Where does he go to? Where does he go to college?
He goes to Galveston College.
Galveston College.
He's going to take over for Merrick Sears. Sears outstanding. 5 innings of 1-run ball. Gives way to David Irons. And I believe this is going to be the man, the myth, the legend, Straisner, coming in to hit.
It is.
So Straisner's going to hit for Galloway. I wouldn't want to take Galloway out of the lineup. I don't know if they're going to move people around, but
I would assume so.
Austin Straisner coming into the 2-hole.
We need Smokey Joe right now to possess Austin.
Austin, lefty versus lefty. They've got all lefties the Victoria Generals have tonight with Merrick Sears and now David Irons. And Straisner squares just to see what happens. Pulls it back on the breaking ball for a strike 1. Updating my book. So there you go. Tony Perez getting fired up. Straisner pulled that back. I'm always in Tony Perez's corner. He's fired up. I'm fired up. Whatever Tony Perez says goes. That's what I say. Big breaking ball. It's up. He's just going to He's just going to stick it to us. That was a stick it to you call. Maybe Tony gets ejected tonight if the umpire keeps up that kind of stuff. That was a high breaking ball from Irons, and everybody knows it. Fouled.
No shot.
Oh, my God.
I was about to say.
That would have been the craziest foul tip strike three you'll ever see.
Yeah. For real.
So Hal Perez bobbles it and then dives for his bobble and then bobbles it again and tries one more grasp, and it still lands free, and Strassner lives with an 0-2 count. A couple questionable calls on breaking balls, and there's another breaking ball.
I mean, that looked like the exact same pitch you called a strike, did it not?
I don't know. That was probably off the plate and low if I was going to guess where that missed. 2-2. Or 1-2. I think it's 2-2.
Little inconsistency from this umpire.
So Perez, 1-2. It's 1-2. But Perez is trying to throw it down to third. The Strassner getting an interesting strike zone with a new pitcher this bat, and he goes way outside the breaker. Now it's 2-2. So one thing about Austin that I like, he works along at bat. Doesn't chase a lot. More often than not, you find Strassner going deep into counts. 2-2 now. There's that fastball, and Strassner spoils it. It's a Toyota Sienna. It's my car.
Someone better have insurance.
Yep. I wish I didn't have insurance. I don't believe in insurance. Just,
Just trust me. I'm not going to get in an accident.
yeah. It's just an extra bill every month.
Yeah, I'm
Full
a good driver.
count now. So Strassner does. He works it back to full, as he has done so many times in this short beginning of the season. And David Irons comes with a fastball, and it's
There it
outside.
is.
So Strassner
Another walk.
on base. And here he is, the myth,
Yeah, that's about for Seguin, number 1.
Evan Janner. Evan Janner. Oh, in on the hands. Playable by Avalos. So first pitch swing, but gets tied up on the F6.
Up to bat for the River Monsters, number 40, Patrick McClellan.
Patrick McClellan. One down. There's the pick move for Mr. Irons. I think I've developed a nickname for Evan Janner. I'm going to feature it this next time up. Who's McClellan? 1-0. The runner at first is Austin Strassner. David Irons with pretty good pace on the ball, but misses outside 2-0. Also, shout-outs. If I haven't already, which I think I was in my shout-out session at the beginning of the game, always give credit. And there goes the runner on the first move. Luis Solis, the greatest television producer baseball has ever known. Scott Berry, greatest GM baseball's ever known. Kristen, Tommy Stevens, the owners. Carolina social media, and Jeremy the Juice. Fouled off by McClellan. 2-2. So stolen base by Strassner going first move. When we got hung up on the Janner steal, a lot of times you have a lefty with a read move where they're just taught to lift the leg, and if the runner goes, then just you go to first. And it felt like that's what Sears did on Janners. Maybe he wasn't picking, but if you go first move, they just go walk to first and do the rundown thing. But some lefties get locked in, and that was the case with Irons. He just went, and there he goes again.
Not even a throwdown.
And Perez says, we're just giving up third. Not a terrible pitch to throw on. It was an outside fastball. Nobody said going. At least I didn't hear anybody, so I don't know if he didn't know. He's like too good of a jump. So Strassner swiping bags left and right. Got any interesting factoids about Mr. Strassner that are available for public consumption?
Um,
Other than being a heck of a ball player.
I don't know. Let me think.
Think of a Strassner.
I've got some funny stories for sure.
Oh, that could be tagging a Strassner way down the line. That'll score a run.
Oh yeah, he's in.
Unless you come up with a Evan Janner type
Yeah.
cannon. So Strassner's base running. And McClellan's hitting. He gets an RBI.
Number 15, David De Hoyos.
So sack fly for McClellan. Nice work by both him and Strassner. Strassner rounding the bases with steal after steal, and then McClellan driving him in. It's a 4-2 ball game as David De Hoyos. There's that big David Iron breaking ball that's up.
One thing about Strassner is he is deathly afraid of cats.
Deathly afraid of cats.
Yeah, I have 2 cats, and he used to be very scared of them when they'd come around in the house. He would run out the room, like he's so afraid of them. Got like a
That's
phobia.
interesting.
Yeah,
Some people have that. I'm a cat man myself.
yeah, I love cats.
Much like Mike Hemingway. Hemingway was a cat man.
What are your cats' names?
I have one family cat right now. He's named Elvis.
I love that.
All cats are different. The notable thing about this cat is I've never seen a cat that climbs trees and buildings the way this cat does.
Wow. So it's an outdoor cat.
Yeah, lined up the middle, but Avalos comes over on the play, gets De Hoyos.
And that's into the 6th inning.
I have a 2-story house. I'll come back, and the cat will be sitting on top of the house, like on the chimney.
The score,
That's incredible.
It loves heights.
Spider cat.
It
It loves
does.
the crazy sack race.
No tree too big. It'll go to the top of you look up at an oak tree, it's up there 50 feet.
How does it get down? Does it climb back down?
Yeah, it just has that.
Wow.
Like it had the climbing skill and it taught itself how to get down from trees, so it has zero fear going as high as it can go.
You don't got to call any firefighters to come get it down.
Not that one. Elvis is crazy.
10,000 feet. I gotta fly. Get me a ticket. I wanna feel the heat. Fly over the ocean. I take you along. Move like a rocket man. I live in motion. We land in New York City. 'Cause I love the way she moves. Gotta hold on tight all through the night. Get on to the aeroplane. Oh, that's right. Gonna let you go it along. Bring me along for some fun. Ha! I drive a light and I don't bite. Fly over the Atlantic. Take off for a new city. Somewhere got history. Somewhere real big.
So Garrett Thiele comes in. Cody Edwards works the 6th in a tough spot. Gives up no earned runs, even though he inherited the 3. He's not charged to him. And now, Garrett Teeley. Garrett Teeley, sophomore, out of New Braunfels, Texas, going to New Mexico Junior College. New Mexico Junior College. Nice high socks on Teeley. So Teeley's going to go up against the shortstop, Anthony Avalos.
I know. I was looking for. I saw you.
Teeley closed the opening day. Closed the opening day win. It's good velo, to be certain. A Teeley fastball isn't something you want to decide on later. You kind of got to read arm slot and hope that's there for you because it'll be by you. 1-2 on the breaking ball. Teeley rushing it up there. He's almost doing the short situation. I can see some kneecap above those socks. Full high sock in. Liking everything Teeley's doing. And he comes with a cheddar and is pulled down the line. And that's why Avalos is one of the top hitters in the league.
Yeah, that was pure.
To turn on that.
That was really nice.
So no doubt double line drive off of Teeley, and that starts the 7th for the Victoria Generals. 4-2 ball game you're tuning into here. Here's a right fielder, Nickens. Nickens 0 for 3 tonight. Sturs, we're hoping to keep it that way. And he shoots it foul. And is there going to be room for, and they're tagging, there's room for Arias, or rather De Hoyos is at first, and there was, but wisely tagging up is Anthony Avalos, and he advances. I don't know if you put sack on that. I don't think you do when you foul out. I think that's F3, 1 down, and just heads up base runner.
They're sending him back?
Just it was out of place, so just a foul ball.
Ah, I see.
Oh, okay.
They don't want people running into the gear over there. So even though De Hoyos catches it, they're saying it was in the out of play marked off area. So we're going to do the 0-1. It's just a strike.
Interesting.
The safety is the idea there. Oh, Teeley unleashes it to the backstop. 1-1. Tried the corner and missed, as they say. So as it is, Avalos moves up to third then on the wild pitch. And it's a 1-1 count now. Teeley dealing to Nickens, and he ties him up and he skies it. Oh, off the net. Ruiz would have had to climb up about 20 feet to get that. Just foul. And the net is basically vertical. So it came down at just a couple feet foul. So 1-2 count. Teeley working ahead. Infield is in. 2-run ball game. Top 7. Sun has officially gone down at Smokey Joe. Teeley brings the heat. It's fouled off. Nasty breaking stuff right there. Nickens fouls it off again. 1-2. And he gets him. And he throws down to first. Avalos has to stay put, and Nickens strikes out, 1 down.
So how long have you been doing play-by-play for?
For 3 years here in Seguin.
Victoria number 9.
It's been
How are you liking it?
I'm loving it. It's a dream come true. You get to see these college dudes giving their all come out
Mm-hmm.
in a baseball game, and man, there's been some wild wins. And to just be present for the amazing bottom of the ninth comeback, grand slams, you name it.
Yeah.
That's why you do it. Fastball outside corner misses 1-0. But you get a lot of games don't go your way. You call them all. But just by virtue of calling the entire home season games, you are there for some magic, and that all makes it worth it. Of course, last year we had some amazing heroics. UTRGV bounced up the middle. They got him on a rundown.
Oh, that was nice.
They got him to take it to first.
That was heads up right there.
Nice job, Teely, looking back the runner. Almost had him hung up because he broke.
That's about for the Generals.
Broke
Number 2,
on it.
Jake Weaver.
That was almost like a basketball move, you know? Like he just kind of faked him out and then got the out.
Yeah.
You love to see that.
But we had some games last year where Adrian Torres hit like a grand slam, come from behind. Just amazing. And it was against Victoria. And then again in the playoffs, he homered. It was unreal. It was just some unreal electric baseball.
I bet it was roaring in Smokey Joe.
We're in the. It's so fun to be up here in the. Everybody was just going nuts.
Yeah,
You just hear the
I can
screaming
imagine.
over the mics.
That's
Recorded
awesome.
for posterity on YouTube. Check out 3BGB. Check out the 3BGB channel. 1-1 now. This is going to be the left fielder, Jake Weaver, with 2 outs. Avalos still at third. Teely dealing nasty stuff. Comes good breaking stuff on the outside corner. That was like a hard cutter. Misses 2-1. Because some games, fastball's up. Some games are tough to call. It's just nothing's going your way. Wheels are falling off.
Yeah.
Got to call a 10-0 loss, and people are kicking the ball over the field. No fun. But then you get a call on Evan Janner hosing somebody at the plate. Oh, my goodness. What are we talking about? This is amazing plays everywhere.
That was incredible.
Fouled off. So Teely works it back full to Mr. Weaver. Goes to Temple Junior College. But yeah, good JUCO baseball in Texas. It was awesome to see Berlin win their first national championship, as I understand it. Because they have been for a long time a big baseball factory school, and Brenham's real big about baseball.
That is really cool.
So inside to Weaver,
Mark Henning.
he walks him. Yeah, been some dudes came through Blinn. I forget the guy. What was that guy's name? He went from Blinn to LSU when I was playing, and then he was first. Oh man, I'll have to find it. But first rounder went from like 9 homers to like 40 homers between Blinn and LSU. Massive jump. Fouled off. This is Henning. 0-1.
What happened over there?
Not sure. Somebody might have made a play on a foul ball. That always hypes up
That's awesome.
the locals.
That's a Savannah Bananas out. You know about that rule? If a fan catches the ball, it's an out.
That's right. Doing some fun stuff with baseball. I like it. The Harlem Globetrotters of baseball.
Yeah, they really are.
So 0-1 to
Oh,
Henning.
we got to keep this run off the board. Yeah. Got it. We just got it back on. Oh, he's in there. We got to tackle him.
I appreciate this opportunity, man. This has been a blast.
Yeah, appreciate you getting on the mic. It's a tall order, to step in with me, who's a big hot air windbag. As Teely deals up and away. And defensive indifference, they're going to let Weaver take second. So second and third, 1-1, 2 outs. So you have to contend with my hot air and not knowing my style and kind of the stuff. Really, your position is kind of like throwing in the color, like Scared of Cat stuff that's all gold, honestly, because we like a weird show.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of folks out there watching. Fouled off again. You know, a lot of folks out there watching, family members and friends. And you can only hear about baseball so much before you go cross-eyed.
Yeah.
And you want to hear about a cat climbing trees.
Yeah, true.
Frankly, that's just the way baseball is. It's not an NFL game. It's not moving fast like the NBA. Good pitch. Garrett Keeley. So Teely freezes Henning in a huge spot. He strands 2. Weaver at second. Avalos at third. And if we make the comeback, you got to remember these innings where we're just escaping damage.
It's a good point. It's a great point.
All right. 7th inning stretch time. I'll just leave the mic open so we can hear the singing.
All right, fans, let's meet tonight's Seguin 9 new All-Stars. Number 7, Landon Wright. Number 5, Christopher Smith. Number 8, Charles Coldaway. Number 9, Kiefer Lawrence. Number 2, Haven Limon. Number 11, River Molina. Number 22, Corbin Nowlin. Number 10, Cash Farley. Number 14, Ian Saplakanort. Number 1, Ezra Gutierrez. Number 4, Ty Schwartz. And number 12, Maverick Alves. Let's hear it for the Seguin 9 new All-Stars. Please move out from behind the catcher, please.
All right. Brandon Larson was a Blinn player I was thinking about. 95, 96.
And leading off for the River Monsters, number 22, Xavier Arias.
So down to our last 3 innings of offense here. Down by 2. Xavier Arias is going to start us up. But, yeah, you're at a disadvantage coming in and jumping on the mic. You got a 0 historical knowledge on the teams thus far. And also your first day showing up at the job and you're just like, hey, get on the mic. So you've done an outstanding job.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm trying my hardest.
Any contributions of any sort just help the broadcast, no matter what it may be, because it's just fun to talk.
Yeah.
So Arias 0-2, David Irons still on the bump. Stur's trying to chip away. Strassner and McClellan made it happen. I believe McClellan got the RBI. He did. So Strassner stealing the bases, closed the distance down to 2. See if we get Xavier on. And Irons gets it by him. So first out,
For the
one
River
down.
Monsters, number 16, Orlando Samaniego.
Orlando Samaniego playing an excellent second base tonight. These are the ends where we got to close. This is tack on one, just getting striking distance. It's up 1-0. But Brandon Larson, I just remember him being at Blinn. He hit like 9 homers, and then he went to LSU and hit like 48. I was like, that's quite the jump.
Yeah.
Which, if you're a scout, it's the sample size is one season. You're like, is that for real? This was in the height of the -5 bat era before they deadened the bats a little bit.
Yeah.
And the Reds spent a first-round pick on him, and I was like, man, I don't know if those 48, I don't know if those are real. I don't know if you're really expecting a shortstop to hit 40 homers a year.
Yeah.
But they liked him. He was a good athlete. I mean, he was a good player at Blinn, too. So, I don't know. It was crazy, but he did. He got a big bonus and made his way. Did pan out maybe the way the Reds want him, but I don't know. The guy probably was a heck of a better baseball player than I ever was. So there you go.
When was he drafted?
I think he was like 96 draft.
Oh, okay.
Or 97 draft. It might have been. So Samaniego does it and gets aboard with one out, drawing the walk. That's as good as a line drive up the middle where we're coming from because we need base runners. This is a catcher, Mr. Joey Ruiz. Had a go of it tonight behind the plate. Fastball is up. So this is a situation where you could hit and run. You don't want to stop being aggressive, but you only got so many outs left. So a hit and run makes sense. You protect the runner a little bit. Might make some things happen. Stars have been known to be aggressive that way. But nobody's been caught stealing tonight on either side. 1-1. Samaniego's lead says he's not going anywhere. And he does, and they're hitting and running, and he's out by a mile.
Yikes.
So it was a hit and run. Samaniego had no chance because he had an exceptionally short lead. And Ruiz has got to put the ball in play somewhere.
So they're saying he. What was the call there?
Wait, catcher's interference? All right, so Ruiz is out on catcher's interference. Coming in contact with Hal Perez on the throw down, and that makes the batter out when they do that. So tough night all around. Samaniego is caught stealing, and Joey Rios gets a big CI. Pitcher's interference for the third out, and not a fun bottom of the 7th for us. We'll take a break, go to top 8. All right. I put on my lucky Mexican League jersey. This jersey was bought in Mexico City at a Diablos game, a Rojo Diablos game years ago, probably 8 years ago. It's proven lucky. I deserve to be blamed for the loss if we do lose for not wearing it the whole game, but I got a new little Stirs hoodie I was digging. So here's Teely again. It's going to be Hal Perez out of my future home, the territory of Puerto Rico. And he hits it pretty hard to center, but Dakota Howard, not much gets by him. And that's one down.
That's back to the Giants, number 10, James Benjamin.
Designated hitter, James Benjamin. And if you're looking for interesting and strange baseball factoids, look up a ball player by the name of Willie Wells from Austin, Texas. Hall of Famer.
What did he do?
People haven't heard about him, but the Hall of Fame has done a lot of good things. Of course, on the MLB The Show, a lot of good things in recognizing the Negro League players who were kept out of Major League Baseball, of course, unrightfully so.
Yeah.
So many amazing players we all missed out on having to deal with that prejudice. But Willie Wells, what a play. Juan Rivera on the spin move. But that's going to have to go on a single for James Benjamin.
Number 5, Ryan Beatty.
But Willie Wells was amazing. Power hitting shortstop and an amazing shortstop by all accounts. And I came across his numbers today, and I was extremely surprised. This is like a 90-game season. The guy has like 28 homers.
Wow.
And like 100 RBIs. This is year after year.
That's crazy.
This kind of numbers you're getting out of your shortstop. But Veterans Committee voted him in the Hall of Fame and out of Austin, Texas.
That's awesome.
But he played in St. Louis and for some other famous teams. But it's fun to, in baseball history, that is getting more awareness and run now. Of course,
for sure.
MLB The Show really doing a lot of fun stuff with
that's
that.
what I was going to say, especially like what you said with MLB The Show. Like they're definitely making it a point of emphasis to talk about that and bring awareness to those players, those great players that didn't get their chance in the majors, unrightfully so.
And if you hadn't had a chance, check out a channel called ATG Baseball, All-Time Greats. Dudes are amazing, voluminous knowledge, encyclopedic, hit very hard by Beatty, but right at McClellan. Beatty couldn't have hit that more on the button if he tried.
Yeah, that was squared.
F7, second out in my book, but he didn't get cheated on that. And this is going to be Damian Whitfield facing off against Teely, who's been outstanding. His second inning of work now. Trying to keep it a 4-2 ball game. Oh, that's a solid pick move from Teely. I forget who we were playing. It could have been Brazos Valley. Guy had an excellent jump move, but his arm was about a second and a half later than his body. So he jumped so quick, and the runner would freak and dive back. And then the throw was just like it was a big slinging throw. But Teely has the right idea with a righty move. You kind of got to get the arm going at the same time you're spinning. So as you're landing, you're already releasing. It's got to be a much quicker than your normal arm motion, so to speak. 1-1 now to Whitfield. But these guys are good players, still learning stuff. All kinds of stuff can still be coached. The one I always say that even at the major league, of course, major league level is a little bit different. Those catchers are different animals with those arms. But definitely at the college level, you have to read the angle out of the pitcher's hand. You can already tell it's a dirt ball if you look at the release. So many runners will just wait until the ball hits the dirt, see if the catcher blocked it up. And then they'll see, oh, it's squirted away. I can take the extra base. Squares does Whitfield. Does it call that? 2-1. Doesn't call it a strike as Whitfield pulls the bunt back. 2 down, runner first. But that's that works. That's fine. That's a conservative approach. But in college, I was taught the base runner. Oh, they might have. That's a pretty good pick move from Thiele. He was leaning. I don't know if he's going, but he was leaning, and Thiele is quick. But we were taught. You look at that picture as that ball is coming out of his hand. Thiele is a phenomenal move for righty, no doubt. If you see it like, okay, that's way too steep of an angle, that's going to hit the dirt, you just take off while the ball's still in the air. And that had an extremely high success rate because even if the catcher blocks it up, now he's on his knees.
Yeah, and he has to make the
And
play.
you've already taken like 2 steps. The chance of them blocking it clean, even if it bounces off him, it goes a foot away. Now he's got to gather it, still stand up and throw. So if you're out there and you're a baseball fan, teach your guys to what we call read angle. Don't wait for it to be in the dirt. Watch it out of the pitcher's hand. You can tell when it's too steep and it's going to go low, and you just go. A lot of extra bases that way. Full count now. Whitfield's worked. Runner will be going with 2 outs. And you got to watch yourself with Thiele. He's like teleporting. He's so quick. He's already around. Blink. Oh, way inside. Gets past Ruiz. Runner's going. There's the throw to third. It might have got him.
He's out.
Gathers the ball, and he is out. So Ruiz trying to redeem himself. And he makes the throw on the extra base attempt.
It's a good throw.
By James Benjamin. Never make the third out at third, they say, and he broke that cardinal rule. So I guess it goes to the book as a caught stealing. And that was ball 4 to Whitfield. So you have to rule the walk. But the final out is actually James Benjamin. Go to the bottom of the 8th. Stirs. Crunch time. 9-hole, your second leadoff, Juan Rivera, if I can say it right, at Dodge City Community College. Gets on base a ton. He had an astounding, let me find the numbers. I don't know. He had a crazy amount of walks for his college season.
We're going to find one.
Juan Rivera, where did I put it down? Had 28 base on balls in a college season. College season is about 60 games. That's a huge on base percentage. It's 459.
Wow.
459 on base.
Billy Bean would love that guy.
He would love that guy. A's would draft him right now. 1-2 to Rivera. No fault with him working a deep count here against David Irons. Irons only gave up 1. Sears only gave up 1, and that's where Victoria's trying to hold it, and we're trying to bust that wide open.
Whoa.
Hits the other window on the Toyota Sienna.
What's happening?
I don't know, but the kids, they go crazy for the foul balls here. I call them the Lord of the Flies. There's just savagery trying to obtain a foul ball. You get some ice cream for it.
That's awesome.
Rivera battling. I like it when there's kind of just tribal competition between the children for the foul balls. 2-2 up and in. See if Rivera can start us up.
There's another one.
And
Oh, they're going crazy out there. Oh.
see what I'm talking about? Lord of
I
the,
see.
Lord of the Flies.
Wow,
I have the conch, as they say. Just a bunch of kids
that's awesome.
on a desert island ruling themselves. Hit very hard at Avalos, but he gets on the candy hop and almost beat it. Hustling
Wow.
down the
Yeah.
line
He's fast.
is Rivera, but gets him by half a step with
To bat for
Avalos.
Seguin, number 24, Dakota Howard.
So here's Dakota Howard. Dakota's been quiet tonight, but heck of a ball player. Not that much stuff hit out to center. And he's fouled out twice, which makes you just want to pull your hair out and then light it on fire. The batter, I couldn't stand that. But he's going to get another look here. Mr. Irons drops in a breaking ball for a strike. So Howard hasn't seen Irons, actually, because Irons came in the 6th. His last AB was against Sears. And 2 breaking balls in a row. David Irons. Fastball rolled over to first. Gets it on the big hop. Dakota Howard is exceptionally fast. But
Up to bat for the
That's
River Monsters,
Henning.
number 11, Austin Streisner.
Henning beats the foot race. So Streisner made it happen last time. 2 down. Streisner gets behind 0-2, works his way all the way back into a base on balls, steals 2 bases, and then gets driven in by McClellan. So let's see if he can do that again. These lefties should be looking for a first pitch curveball, honestly, from Irons. Always look for tendencies, but he's got a good curveball. So that's one tip that tells you he's going to go to it. And he's loving starting lefties with it. He's breaking ball after breaking ball. Mr. Irons out of Galveston College, where the great Hector Rodriguez went to. He was a River Monster last year, and I just heard today that Hector's coming back, which is awesome. Fastball served the other way, but it's going to be foul. Pretty solid piece of defensive hitting from Streisner after 2 big breaking balls.
So you said Hector Rodriguez is coming back?
He is coming back. Hector was our everyday shortstop, and then Alex Gonzalez and him kind of traded. Alex Gonzalez, of course, Texas State Bobcat. And then Hector did some time at third. Breaking balls up high. So Hector went to UTSA out of Galveston and had a good season there. And his season is even better than it looked like because he started a little bit slow. But really good numbers, gets on base a lot. Just a great teammate, great leader. And, man, just a good person to be around. And Streisner doing it again.
Seems like he always finds himself back in the count.
2-2-2s. Irons from the stretch.
Ooh.
And he gets the fastball up the ladder. No chance.
That's into the 8th inning.
Be a tough pitch for anybody. And he gets Streisner. And we are down to the 9th inning. This is it, folks. Rain dance, rally hats, rally jackets. We go outside, scream at the stars, do something weird. See if we can't shake the baseball gods loose. Do something wild here at Smokey Joe. Take a break. right, here we go. We're underway. I was working on my rally hat. I'm wearing my headphones backwards like a beard, and I have my hat into a shark fin.
It looks good.
That's my move. I don't know if it's going to work, but that's my move.
I like it.
Avalos. Avalos looking every bit of an all-star. Every bit of an all-star for the TCL right now, leading the league in RBIs and playing a solid shortstop, and he crushes that one, but foul. Mr. Avalos.
Yeah, he's a stud.
He's having a heck of a year, and he's looking real good. So, Thiele, 2-1. Thiele's been outstanding. Speaking of outstanding ball players, and he comes with a nasty breaking ball.
That was filthy.
Absolutely the type of filth that you don't even want to touch. You could try to touch it with tongs, but I don't even think you could touch that kind of filth. Nice pitch, Garrett Thiele. Comes back with a fastball, ties him up. He skies it out to Janner. 1 down. F9, 1 down. I'd have to look up Avalos' stats if he was an everyday starter for Houston. TCL gets some pretty good talent, but Avalos looking real good for them doggone Victoria Generals, if I do say so. Cameron Nickens is looking real good as Garrett Thiele. You're a D1 program looking for an arm. You might want to let the fingers do the talking and ring that guy up on the phone.
Yeah, he's sharp.
Skied out again. Janner on the run, and he can run, and it's going to be foul, I think.
Yeah.
Just barely. So Nickens, and Nickens, in my recollection, has been to that side of the field. A lot of his foul balls have gone over in that batting cage area. If I was Janner, and I'm not because he's an amazing athlete and awesome baseball player, and I was nowhere near that. But if I was, and I think Janner is shading him that way a little bit. Nickens has fouled off a number in that direction. Thiele working ahead. Nasty breaking ball, but looking for it is Nickens, and he goes to the deepest part. And oh my goodness, Dakota Howard. Dakota Howard, you are my hero. I don't know if it was a full robbery or just like a foot from going over, but as an outfielder going full speed into a metal wall, that's a heck of a play right there. Made look very easy by Dakota Howard.
Yeah, that was insane.
So Dakota Howard helping the team defensively big time. F8, what a play.
Climbed the wall like Elvis there.
He did. He found it with his hand, made the catch up against it, but, I mean, he had to cover some ground to get there in time and got a good jump, got a good read, got there and found the wall, made the catch. Having Dakota Howard in center is like a security blanket.
Yeah, that's got to be a strike.
I don't know where that missed. That's 2-0 to Bender.
That missed a middle.
We always use the Gary Maddox quote for our center fielders. Skied out to Dakota Howard. He gets a good step on it.
That's easy. All day.
So what's that? 2/3 of the earth. 2/3 of the earth is covered by water. The other third is covered by Dakota Howard.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm going to leave the mic open for Country Road. This is a rally song. Let's get it going, Stirs.
I like it.
All right, Seguin, it's the bottom of the ninth. If you want to see your River Monsters come back and win this game, make some noise. And lead it off, number 1, Evan Jenner.
So this is why we play the games, folks. Magic moments. There you go. Magic moments can happen. Evan Janner, who I'm calling Thor, God of Thunder. He has a hammer. He throws lightning bolts.
He does.
How is Evan Janner not Thor?
I see it.
Irons. It's up. 1-0. Irons came in the 6th. So Janner, this is the second time taking a look at Irons' arm slot. And Irons going fastball, 1-1. Evan Thor Janner. Earned nickname if you throw lightning bolts
Yeah, he earned that today.
and have a hammer.
I like that. That's good.
That's my nickname for him right there. Irons looks in on a 1-1 count. Bottom of the 9th, stirs down to it. Big breaking ball misses.
You know, I saw someone saying the other day, and it's true. I feel like we're getting uncreative with sports nicknames nowadays. Like it's just like initials or like something similar to their name. But
Hit very hard, staying down is Beatty.
we
And
need
Janner flies, man.
more nicknames like that.
Like Thor.
Thor.
There you go.
I love that.
Go. Well, it fits him. You got to have some sort of
River Monsters number 40, Patrick McClellan.
characteristic.
Yeah.
And you got to look for somebody that throws thunderbolts. That's that man right there. Patrick McClellan. David Irons. Fastball's up. See if McClellan could get us started for some magic. Janner absolutely spanked that ball, but right at Beatty, and he stayed down on it. There's a breaking ball, but it's low. So 2-0 to McClellan. This is we've been down in the 9th before, but this is striking distance theoretically. Down 2. That's where magic is possible sometimes. 2-1. Good approach. Good bottom of the 9th approach. We need base runners. Two. Fastball. McClellan also played JUCO at Palomar in California. Had an outstanding season there as he fouls that off. McClellan, one of their offensive stars at Palomar College. Hit 380 for him. Good piece of battling. You thought Juan Rivera's on-base percentage at Dodge was good. McClellan sported a 482 on-base percentage at Palomar. 4 homers, 10 doubles. Man can hit. So 2-2 to McClellan. Like him to get on base here. It's Mr. Irons. Up, good at bat.
That's a great take.
That's where Irons is doing it. He's trying to climb the ladder. Successfully did it on Strassner. It's just a fastball with that velocity up around the ladder is tough to lay off.
Yeah.
He's trying to get McClellan to chase that. Now it's dealer's choice, 3-2, whether you get the breaking ball or the fastball. Can only guess, and he gets him to pop up a fastball, but it's kind of a no man's land. And that's the magic right there.
That's the hat.
That's the magic. Yeah, that's the magic. And here's where easily catchable by the pitcher. Literally 10 feet away from the pitcher.
Number 15, David De Hoyos.
But because we don't let pitchers field their position, it was just assumed the shortstop's going to take it, and he had to run from the cut of the dirt all the way behind the mound. Difficult play. You have to rule it E6, I guess. It's not a hit. Or is it?
I don't even know.
I got to put E6. I think. But he puts them all in play, and something happens. David De Hoyos, 1-0 count. The ghost of Smokey Joe has made themselves known. I am here in the building, and I can do anything I want.
So who is Smokey Joe?
Smokey Joe Williams, also Hall of Famer, Negro League, but from Seguin.
Oh, awesome.
Smokey Joe Williams was Satchel Paige before Satchel Paige came along.
I see.
He was that dominant. If you had to go up against Smokey Joe Williams,
It was a bad night
it was
for
going
you.
to be a long
Yeah.
night.
A lot of
Absolutely
Ks.
unhittable. Set all kind of records. I think at some point, like 27 innings, just striking everybody. I don't know. I used to have the write-up I'd bring with me, but his Saber. So Society for American Baseball Research also does biographies, and definitely check out the SABR Saber bios on Smokey Joe Williams. Legend and from Seguin.
That's awesome.
Yes. Named the field after him. In the Baseball Hall of Fame, enshrined in Cooperstown for his greatness.
That's so cool.
But really the era before Satchel Paige.
Yeah.
Kind of like the 20s.
Mm-hmm.
So inside 2-0 to De Hoyos. And
What?
that looked low the way Perez lunged down and grabbed it, but they give him the call 2-1.
I just don't know about that call there.
I don't like the way Perez caught it. Line across the plate. That might drop. And it does.
Oh, yeah.
And it gets by.
Go.
So they're going to wave McClellan. He's going to score. Holy Samoans. That's what I'm talking about.
It's chaos in Smokey Joe Field.
Oh. Unbelievable that 2 plays. Victoria can't believe it. I can't. That's a single and an error.
I think that was the headphones.
Yeah. So Oros, the head coach, is going to come out, and they're going to go to the bullpen. They're going to make a change, and Irons is out. He doesn't even know how, because he doesn't know about ghosts. Or maybe he does. But you can't explain either of those plays to me.
That's crazy.
There's some kind of English on those baseballs that are dropping. It's a 1-run ball game with a tying run at second and 1 out. I'm going to put on the rally song. I'm going to leave the mic open. We're cooking. That's an RBI. I'm going to give him the RBI on that. I don't know if you get the RBI.
Yeah, I will.
Because it really, you didn't drive him in. He scored on the error. But I'm not keeping the book. Suzanne's keeping the book. Whatever you want to do with De Hoyos. I don't know if he drives that in, but I'm putting an RBI in my book just because I like the guy. And that was a clutch hit. So let's see who's warming up here. I'll get a number off this hit. the first righty. .34 is going to be Zach Ryan. Zach Ryan, senior right-hander out of Alvin, Texas, goes to Houston Christian. So Irons goes 3 1/3. He did give up 2. And I don't know if the last one is earned, but it's magical. Depends on how you do that. Probably not an earned run, which is probably why you can't give the RBI to De Hoyos. But he's responsible for the run.
Well, are they keeping track of how many pitches?
So Zach Ryan coming on.
They don't care. They're just like sitting talking to each other.
All right.
All right, Seguin, 1 to tie, 2 to win. If you want to see him win this game, make some noise. And up the back for the River Monsters, number 22, Xavier Arias.
Mr. River Monster himself, Xavier Arias. I think we probably have a pinch runner at second. I don't know who that pinch runner is. Nice hack. Get a number on a runner at second.
I can't really tell.
So that's a pinch runner. That's not De Hoyos. So 41. So 0-1 to Arias. As Zach Ryan comes on in relief of David Irons. He gets ahead 0-2. Pinch runner. Sure, we don't have 41 on the roster I'm looking at. Fastball challenges Arias again. He spoils it. Ryan out of Alvin, Texas. I believe a senior out of Houston Christian. And the Stirs making things happen. The 41 pitch runner, second. Checking on him is Beatty. And there's a big breaking ball from Ryan. So that's the first look at Ryan's breaking stuff, which dropped right off a table. And Arias lays off of it. 1-2 now to Xavier. He's seen the fastball. He's seen the big breaker. Big hole on the right side because Beatty keeps checking on the runner. Popped up. Arias totally frustrated. Could be trouble. Bender, no ghost on that one. So Arias fouls out.
Number 16, Orlando Samaniego.
Time right at third. Bottom of the ninth. Orlando Samaniego.
We need you, Smokey Joe.
These are the moments you talked about when you played wiffle ball in the street. Bottom of the ninth. Time run on second. And Samaniego crushes it, but he skies it out to Whitfield, who's camping under it. And unless he drops it, that does it. First pitch swinging to Samaniego.
Right back here tomorrow night, 7:05. For ticket information, visit SeguinRiverMonsters.com.
I have no qualms. He got good wood on it. You want him hacking there. You miss it by just a millimeter. It goes from a line drive to a fly ball to center. But as it is, the Stearns dropped the game 4-3. Could have been much worse, but we got out of a number of jams and stranded I don't know how many runners, but never got the rally going. And that's the final score. 4-3. Victoria Generals take down the Stirs. And we got to get back on the pony tomorrow. And we'll be facing Victoria again. Thanks to Mason, Mr. Lusk.
Thank you for this opportunity. This is a blast.
Well, we love it when the interns come out and everybody works hard. We try to give everybody a chance. So you did an outstanding job.
Thank you.
Thanks to everybody out there. Thanks to sponsors, CMC Steel, ME Plumbing, Jimmy John's, Boss's Pizza, CMC. I don't know who I'm forgetting, but and everybody else who tuned in. We're going to just check out, let the bump music run so you can watch a bunch of little kids run around the bases, hopefully tackle each other. We'll see you tomorrow.